welcome to today's MTDCNC podcast. Now today we are covering one of the biggest global shows that happens in the metalworking industry that's coming up in, it's not actually that far away, it's happening from the 10th to the 14th of September. It is AMB held at the Messe in Stuttgart, and I believe, well, let's start off. My name's Lyndsey, but on the chairs, if you're listening to this, we've got Colin. Hiya, Colin.
Hello, Lyndsey.
We've got Tom.
Hi.
Hiya, Tom. And Chloe.
Hi, Lyndsey.
In the studio, all covering the event, why we're going to the event and what's going to be happening there. So, who's been before?
Me. I have.
You have?
Yeah, but I didn't go 2 years ago, I went 4 years ago. But can I just step in there?
Of course you can.
10th to the 14th, get that date right, but it's Tuesday to the Saturday.
The Saturday.
Not like a UK show.
We don't do that in the UK.
No, we do not. So
I think it's good because you don't have to stop your facility, do you, on a Saturday in order to go? Because a lot of the time you have to go. I think we need to do that more in the UK.
You don't have to take a day's holiday, do you?
Yeah.
okay, we'll book you in for the Saturday film
Yeah,
job.
there we
How do you feel
go.
about that?
But Tom, you've been before, but Chloe, you haven't.
No, I've never been.
So it's just the girls that haven't been.
I've just been to Mac and email, and
Yeah,
it would
same.
be, obviously they're completely different. You still see the same faces around, don't you? But it's the brand new technology that people are coming up with, which is the reason why people go. And obviously it's a different exhibition, obviously different technology, so I think it's going to be a great show.
Tom, what would you describe AMB as then?
Well, AMB was actually the first ever show I went to with MTD.
Was
and
it?
I'd only been working for MTD
It
for
was like
3 months.
You go in.
Should have been the last show as well for what?
Yeah. And I went with the G-Man, which was...
Hold on. Do people know who the G-Man is?
Giovanni. Everybody knows Giovanni.
Yeah.
They do.
But no, AMB is a great show. I would call it the German equivalent of our Mac show.
Okay, in the UK.
So it's a good show. There's a lot of technology you'll see that you won't see anywhere else. And obviously it's held at the same time as IMTS, which I'm not sure why they do that. But
No.
There's a bit of a flight difference though, isn't there? Is there? Yeah,
Well,
there
you
would
have to
be,
get different flights closed.
You'd have to get a flight, yeah.
But we've got teams going. This isn't about IMTS, it's about AMB. But
Yeah.
we've got teams going to both shows.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So stay tuned, basically.
But for everybody who you talk to, they will say AMB is the show you want to be at.
Oh, really?
If you want technology, if you want to talk to the experts on products, you're looking at buying, machine tools, tooling, work holding, this is where you need to be.
So how many people do you think visit AMB? Go on.
What are you looking at me for? I've never been.
Are you putting us- are you gonna put
I've
us
never
on-
been, so I can't put a figure on that.
Yeah.
You put us all on the spot there.
Yeah,
so
go on.
you've got no. Take a guess.
No, Chloe, no
Over
pressure.
the 10th to the 14th, we're saying. Say if you have 2.5 visitors per day,
Day 4 doing
times
the
that by
math.
5, I'm going to say 15,000.
I think it's a little bit more. From when I was there, it was very busy, so I'm going to go for 25.
Oh, that's
okay.
a lot more.
20. I'm going to go 26 then. 26,000.
64,000.
No way!
64,000.
shouted.
The microphone's
Sorry,
peaked.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry for deafening everybody. Yeah.
64,299 visitors from
That's
72
fantastic.
countries visited AMB in 2022.
That's unreal. It was busy when I was there, but I didn't think it
Did
was
you meet
that
them all?
busy. Yeah, said hello to every one of
Stood
them.
at the door.
Blown away.
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people coming through the door.
For me, I think a show like this is, and I often explain this when we're talking about our videos, is if they're going to be showcasing anything within 20 foot of a machine tool, aren't they?
Yeah.
Whether it is automation, whether it's the software. That's the thing is, if you're in that industry, and interestingly, on their website, it said that 42% of the people that visit the show don't visit other trade shows as well. So that's a real kind of bespoke audience.
That's
that
a
they've
niche,
got.
yeah, 100%. And if you're targeting them, you've got to show every type of technology, because that percentage of people could be from, I don't want to say Bob in his shed, up to global corporations. Fred, what did I say?
Bob. You
Bob
also
Gray.
said, I don't want to say Bob in his shed, but you said Bob in his
Sorry to Bob's. But whoever in a shed to global
Yeah.
corporations, you know, from one machine supplier to the next. So you've got to have a wide range of technology on show.
And can I just say what's good about AMB as well is obviously it's big, but like EMO is huge, but it's spread out over that whole complex. AMB is really good because essentially like you've got 2 sets of halls and a walkway down the middle, so you just jump from hall to hall.
That's like Excel in London.
Yeah, so it's
like that.
It's big, but it's not like you can get round it in a day. If you can only book 1 day off work, you can get round it. Where with EMO, we always said you needed 2 or 3 days to get round that. We were there for a full week, and I didn't see everything.
Yeah.
But how many visitors? Blown away by that. I was actually blown away by how many exhibitors there are. Do you know? I'm going to put you on the spot.
I do know the answer.
Actually, how many? Do you know the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's that ruined that game. Go on then.
We had to know the answer before the podcast started.
I surprised you with that one, but
How
that
many
one you
people
gave it
are
away.
there? How many-
Go on.
I
Do
don't
you know the
Yes,
answer?
I do. 1,212, and then there's newsstands and things like that as well. So blown away by that because
There's an international village as well, isn't there?
there is. Let me get this correct. The International Gallery where you can go to network. So if you want to go meet somebody specifically, and I have to mention this because the guys from AMB have already asked me, is the British Happy Hour, which is on Thursday at 12 p.m. not a.m. So p.m. is lunchtime. So just to make sure. So get yourself there, the UK guys, but throughout
My
the week.
flight's on Thursday morning then.
Okay. No, not happy hour as in the usual kind, as in networking,
No, I
meeting
get
people,
it,
finding
yeah.
out about new technology.
So I'm guessing, let's just think about that. If they have an international gallery, there's an area of the show where they kind of tailor it to certain countries for people to network and get together
Absolutely, yep.
specifically.
That's a great idea, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah.
But I think with all events like this, it's not always about the machine tools that have to offer, but there's like talks on skilled labour and stuff like that. There is industry talks as well. So if there is a area that you're looking into and how you can get out of it, because to be honest, let's face it, a lot of us are dealing with the same situation of skilled labour or labour shortages, and maybe it's other people's ideas of how we can get out of that, how we can work on that. The solutions to that. It's quite interesting.
Well, I actually read something the other day, which
You were reading something the
I
other
did.
day?
I read something. I actually read something for once where somebody had wrote on LinkedIn. I thought it was great. Was the skill gap isn't something to close; it's something to build a bridge across. So we don't need to close it by getting more people in. We need to find ways around it. So automation
over because it's a bridge.
I like that. So automation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If people don't have automation, and that could simply be one robot that's loading one machine, or even a bar feeder, which is simple. We can be bolted onto most lathes.
You're not taking people people say automation is taking jobs. This really winds me up. When people say automation is taking people's jobs, it's not. You then still need to upskill your staff to be able to control the automation. If you've got automation within a machine like a gantry, as well as a bar feeder, and then a cobot moving the parts out, you've got 3 bits of automation. But your skilled engineers still need to be able to program them. Like they're doing 4 people's jobs, but you've got one.
But you say
person.
program, it's not like really complex programming.
No,
It's
it could be, it can be.
Yeah.
Some of them are like if you've got a massive one, but these
don't want to scare people off,
the
though.
robots that they've got, you just plug and play.
Yeah, but it's. I'm glad you've said that because there's the other way of looking at it as well. And I've been to a few companies. I bet you have as well, where they use their staff to run the machines through the day.
Yeah.
But then they use automation to run their machines through the night. So they're not losing any staff because they're still using all the staff through the day.
Yeah.
But when everyone's gone home and everyone's in bed, they're still being more productive because they're doing lights out machining.
But if you go to an exhibition like this and you have questions, there's so many. I don't want to say, there are solutions to help you, and you've got it all under one roof.
All under one roof.
2 roofs
Two roofs.
Yeah.
Wow.
with a bit down the middle.
Anyway,
That's correct, isn't it?
Yes, you are right.
trying to
they
help.
also have an awards nominees kind of event that's happening at 4:00 every day. Is that right?
10th to 12th at 4 p.m. in the atrium. You know how I know that?
Go on.
Because I wrote it down.
You did.
No, absolutely. But there's a number of different awards, and they're going. I've had to write this down, guys. So you've got automation and handling, and there's a number of nominees, including your friends from, you don't know, do you? Heimer. They've got component assemblies. A couple of companies I don't actually know, Vito and MWM, plus others. I'm not going to go through them all, so keep it relatively quick. Measuring, Sarah Tizet and Hornbook, who we know very, very well. Machine tools, again, a number of machine tools, including our friends from DMG Mori, and also from Sonic, to name a few. So go and see the awards, see what's happening with those.
But it's a good job there's not an award for worst joke, because there'd be no competition. You've already won that one.
Hey.
Brutal.
Special guest.
Okay, moving on. Let's find out what we're doing at the event.
Let's go.
I'm going to hand that one over to you, Chloe, actually, because you're kind of in charge of the timetable of everything, aren't you?
Yeah, so we've got, obviously, we need to have a plan. We can't just be like, right, we're at so-and-so, we're at so-and-so.
Actually, that's interesting, that people need to learn what goes on in the background of what we do.
Yeah, it's a really tricky job. I want to big it right up, because it's not just as easy as, right, Tom or Rowan or Lyndsey or me or Colin will show up with a cameraman with this time, because we have a schedule and the customer has a schedule. What about if their president from the company's there and they don't want a film crew? Don't want to say don't want a film crew around, but you've got a customer who you're just about to make $1 million agreement on.
They're in Europe. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, you don't want MTD. We want your attention. We want all your attention. We want all your information. And customers want all your attention and stuff like that. So we are going to be having a live every morning from a customer, which is going to be announced. We are also going to have 3 film slots per day. So there's going to be, and they're 2-hour film slots, right?
It depends, because we've got a package, but
Which Tom
a bit of
will
flexibility
do.
as well. So
So it's not just we're going to do a 15-minute shoot and then we're going to scurry off. We're going to do it properly, have Teams calls beforehand to make sure we've got everything that the customer wants on the stand. So they're going to be at, am I allowed to say the times? In the morning,
absolutely,
mid-afternoon, and then later.
9:30, 12, 2:30.
Thank you, Colin. So you've got plenty of time to be doing that. And obviously, we haven't got a little meet car to go from person to person. So we're going to have to schedule the customers as well. So you're not one end of the hall to the other. So it's got to be strategically set out. But that, in a nutshell, is what.
You know, I always say that MTDCNC are a window for your company to get whatever your product is out there, and we work in that with you as a partnership. So whatever you need, whatever is your key message, your headline of your business, we're that window with a platform that we've got. So when you're investing to go to a trade show and you're investing that much money, we're just kind of the tip of the iceberg that can really push your product and what you do, your launch, to the rest of the world during the show and after. That for me is exactly what we do at a trade show.
The thing is as well, is people are spending thousands of money, euros.
Yeah.
See, I was going to get that right.
Yeah.
So thousands and thousands of euros on a stand. Because obviously they've got to pay for the floor, they've got to pay for the electricity, they've got to pay for everything. So if you're spending that much money, why would you only have that over 1 week? Yeah. Tuesday to Saturday. Why would you spend all that money for just that time when obviously we can come
Document it.
Exactly. We can film that, and then that stand then doesn't last a week. It can last for months.
Years.
And even years, because if obviously some of the film packages we'll go through, but one of the videos we will be doing is a technical video on one product. So if people have got a brand new launch, or even something that's been out for a while, they just want to showcase again, we can do a full video on that. And I know from the Mac show, a lot of the customers I dealt with from the Mac show are using that technical video to actually send out to customers who want more information on that product. So it's not just an event video. Yes, we're doing it at an event, but it's not an event video. You can use it for a whole host of things afterwards.
Yeah, and also all of your professionals, all of your, should we say, specialists in that particular area have probably been flown over from another country, and they're only there for that moment and those few hours. Why not make it, like you say, document it? So it works, it's proven.
And the thing is, like you said, if you've got experts flying in from all over, how many times a year are you going to have all them people in one place? Like if we can do other videos, not just event videos, we can do corporate videos and all that. But if we went to their headquarters to do a video, are they going to have all that technical expertise in one place where they will do at AMB? So
trade shows are brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. They're more than that moment, aren't they? And we can do that.
And obviously, with MTD as well, with what we're doing now, we can help build suspense for the show beforehand. So if you've got a new release coming out or something along them lines,
Teasers.
exactly, we can tease people about it.
I think as well when we're filming, it's not right. We get there, we film what we want.
Yeah.
From it, we're involved with the customer. So what do you want? What do you want on film? What kind of storyline do you want it to go across? Do you want it as, I wouldn't want to say like a white label kind of video, but you want to use it as a process to say, right, well, in 6 months when I've got so-and-so knocking on my door, looking at this piece of work holding, instead of reading a brochure, here's what it can do.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think key to what you said there as well is part of the whole package is we'll discuss with clients in
Yeah.
advance, so we don't just turn up and it's spending ages and ages trying to find out about the technology. We'll do it in advance so we can do it professionally and efficiently, but also it's a story. It's not just, oh, it's got this spindle speed,
Yeah.
this power.
Yeah.
It's a story about the component,
Yeah.
the machine, because if I want all the technical specifications, I could speak to a salesman, I could get a brochure. We're telling a story and getting all the machine footage and things
Just
like that and
brings
bring
it
it
to
to
life.
life.
And it's
Ah,
fine.
look at that, brings it to life.
It's finding out things that you can't read.
Yeah.
So, like you
Seeing
say,
it.
like the technical specs, you can read them on their website. That's fine.
Yep.
But it's finding out they will have parts. If we're talking about machine tools, they will have parts they've made on that machine, and you'll go, well, wait a minute, how did you get their? Well, actually, the head spins
Watch it. Go
not
and watch
90
it.
degrees. It actually goes further. Oh, I didn't know that. Now
Whereas
you
the
can
magazine
read
wouldn't
that.
say that. Well,
Well,
yeah.
don't
You can read that on the website, but it's all just numbers,
Yeah.
and
That's
you'll
what I
get
mean.
lost in the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where if you can actually see it
It is,
happening,
it's a lot to take in, isn't it?
Well, I
if you
think
go and see.
we should. Well, I don't want to go through all the people we're going to go and visit, but I think we should cover off.
That's what I was
a
going to
few-
ask.
sorry,
Nick.
sorry,
no,
Lyndsey.
no. I was just going to ask Tom about bookings and stuff.
So we have our main package, which is what we'd like everybody to have, because that gives them
Everything.
which gives them the full pre-promotion of the show, podcast, social
exposure.
post, and then they will have us for 2 hours. And I'm glad you brought up the Zoom calls or team calls before,
Yeah.
because if we turn up on a stand for 2 hours, we don't want to spend the first hour
Prepping.
talking and prepping about what we're going to do. So all that happens in the background. We will even ask the customer for a photo of the stand. So if we're doing a walk round, let's say, we will have that route planned before we even get there. Everything will be planned. So as soon as we turn up, the cameras are set, we're rolling. So they get our full attention for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then the 2 videos we would like to do, but obviously it's completely on the customers. We always like to do a stand tour so we can showcase every product they've brought with us. They've brought with them, should I say, not us. And then one technical video on one specific product. But that doesn't mean that's what they have to have. If they want 2 product videos, absolutely fine. We're there to showcase what the customer wants. Not what we want, it's what the customer wants. So all our packages are tailored to suit the customer needs.
100%.
But obviously, we know at the moment the economy is not great, and I don't just mean in the UK, all over the world.
Yeah.
So if finances are a bit tough, and we all know that marketing is always the first budget to be cut, we can offer tailored solutions for that as well. So if you want just one video, or you want
10.
10, we can.
We'll need a whole day for that though. So.
Yeah, please talk to Chloe about that, not me, because
Yeah.
she scares me.
No, I'm joking.
But obviously, I could not do what Chloe does. So if you do want a video like that, if you want more videos, that's absolutely fine. We just book out more time.
In a nutshell, we've got an AMB package, but it's got flexibility too.
Exactly.
I think
So we've got a few customers that will want just one video, or if they're only bringing one new product, and we've done videos before,
Yeah.
well, that's fine. We'll just do a video on that product. But obviously, it all comes down to what the customer wants. We're there just to tell their story, not for ourselves.
And so far, we've got quite a few people that have. Look at that face. Look at that face there. That was you going.
Yeah, but it's great because,
It's brilliant.
like you said, trade shows are the best thing
I love
we
it.
do. It is brilliant
They're
because
so
you
fun.
see so much
Yeah.
technology and the innovations, and obviously, if we do our normal film jobs, we talk about a machine tool or tooling or what. But you go to a trade show and you can talk about 3 or 4 different things in a day, which is great. But obviously, but that's where the Zoom calls come in so well, because the customer sends us the brief, and we know everything. We know everything about that product before we get there.
And you've only had 5 people's briefs so far, haven't you? Like only 5 people have replied.
Yes, but it is holiday season.
Yeah,
there is a few customers who I'm talking to at the moment who are on holiday.
To get that sooner.
Send
worry,
your
we've
briefs in.
Yeah, we
Send
need
them
briefs,
in.
because the earlier we get briefs, I don't know about you guys, but for me, the earlier I get a brief, the more I can look into it.
The customers have got, like, I know it's, I don't want to sound annoying, send us your brief and get it over and done with. The customers have got so much stuff to do, getting people there, getting machines there, getting equipment there, signing things off. Just send it in and it's all done with.
Actually, that's great, because the faster they get them in, the faster we can have our Zoom call, which means we're
Get us
out their hair.
Get us out the way.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
they can concentrate on what they want to do.
Right, is there anything you kind of anyone wants to add? Because for me, AMB, it's going to be a major show.
Just cover off a couple of customers. I think we should. We're not going to go into all the customers.
sneak
but,
peek.
no.
Yeah,
There's a few.
sneak peek of a few.
Who have I got? I've got HWR, who are a work holding company. They're going to be having lots on show at AMB. They're going to have something called the InnoFlex. They're going to have something called the InnoFlex 4-jaw. They're going to have something called the solid grip and a solid bolt. So there's lots of new additions here for this customer, which we're going to be showcasing, whether we do a stand tour with everything or whether we do 2 product reviews. But that's something to look out for.
Absolutely. You, Tom?
So I've got my pal, and I'm sorry I have just picked my phone up, but it's because they have something on their website I want to read. This is their motto for this year's AMB, which is empower your aluminium machining.
Oh, okay.
So they're taking a real look at aluminium machining, because obviously there's a lot of problems that come around that. So if you machine a lot of aluminium, aerospace, them sorts of industries, one to look out for.
Right, that's my
They'll be demonstrating their strengths to you. But also, something I did read, which I did not know about, is they have over 8,000 products.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And that's my pal.
That's my pal. So they essentially, if you need something for your machine,
They've got it.
they've got it.
Spinner is what I'm going to talk about very, very briefly. Blown away. I was looking there, showcasing micro grind and micro turn. The layout of these machines. You've
Lyndsey's the
I'm like
reviewed them.
smiling
poster
around.
girl for
They're
Spinner.
just different. You know, when you have some material.
You get so excited. Though,
I do.
when you know.
I get so excited. But you have different machine tool brands, and when they've got a USP and they can work with it and hone in on it, and I think when you see, I'm blessed because I get to go to their facilities where they build these machines, and you see it, and you see the brains behind them making the way that they have, and they configure the machines is really unique. And there's something quite spectacular about
But
those.
don't say what the configuration is, but
No.
we'll be doing the videos very
You'll be
soon
going-
on that. No, it's absolutely blown away if I could spit that out. So, next one.
I've got Bloom.
Go on in.
Blum. I've worked with Bloom previously in another lifetime. I use their equipment. I used to train people on their equipment. It's fantastic equipment. And I've actually been to their headquarters in Germany, and I was blown away by it. And for them to be at AMB showcasing what they've got, products like form control, so it's a measuring and automation software. Bloom are so much more than just probes and tool measurement, okay? The software behind it, the integration behind it, the programming behind it. I didn't realise until I went to their place in Germany how capable they were and what they could do. I was here, and then what they actually do is up here. So if you have time to go visit them at AMB or watch their videos, you will learn so much from what they have to say.
Right.
That's it. That's all I've
That's it.
got.
I've got
one more. Go
I've
on.
got
He's got-
Lang, but
Lang.
I don't think I'm not going to go into all of Lang because we'll still be here tomorrow.
Well, go on.
So, work holding solutions for anything really from Lang. They've brought out a new stamper now. So, stamp the material. Obviously, if you've got a grob and it's spinning it upside down, you want to make sure that
Other
It
machine
doesn't
tools
fall
are
out.
available.
other machine tools are available, but grob, if it's upside down, you don't want that part falling out. So that you can actually stamp your material before it goes in the vice. So when the vice it's actually inside
They're
the
like
material.
crocodile teeth, and it stamps it. And
So the vice goes inside the material. It doesn't just clamp; it goes in. They've got their new system that was released at EMO, which is the rail system, and this is it's brilliant.
Stop there. Don't tell us anymore.
You'll have
What
to
is it?
find out.
Yeah,
You'll have to
I'm not going to tell you too much about that,
Yeah.
but it is brilliant. And yeah, they're Robotreks, essentially plug and play automation. Plug and play, no hydraulics needed, nothing, no external.
Your face, how excited
Oh, it's
you
brilliant. They've got so many different
You
solutions.
you can't
for
go around the
holding-
whole exhibition just looking at stuff. You actually got to do some
gonna
work.
take some pop-
No, I'm just going to go. I'm leaving it to these
You're
two
going to be on one of
professionals.
those
I'm just-
scooters, aren't you?
One of the
Just-
No,
beep,
I'm going
beep. Oh, meep, beep.
I'm-
beep, beep. Oh,
So
yeah.
when you see me come past your stand, I'm a little beep beep. That's me.
Sorry.
So basically, we're going to do some podcasts over the next or the upcoming weeks to talk about our customers once you've sent in your briefs, talking about kind of giving teasers on what they are bringing to the event so you can hear more and you can be part of that too. So do get in touch with us, and we'll put some information beneath this video so you can just say, look, we're going to AMB, we want your services, and then the team can look after you thereafter.
You've forgotten something though, haven't
Oh,
you?
go on.
We also have the magazine. to
Oh
talk
no,
about.
I can't forget the magazine. No, we're doing a promo or a
Review of
a
AMB.
review about AME.
AME, where's AME going on?
Okay, we'll start that one again. About AMB after the event as well, and that's going to go in one of the
September
magazine-
issues,
the
absolutely.
September
So
issue.
last issue there behind us, so that was July issue, next one out September, but I have the AMB review in it, so I have to mention that for Carl and Rhys.
Fantastic. Fab. Okay,
Brilliant.
thanks everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, brilliant. Looking
See you at
forward to it.
AMB.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is it?
The 10th to the 14th
There
of
you go.
September.
Just clarify. Thank you very
And
much.
what are them-
Tuesday to Saturday.
And what? You beat me to it. That's probably what the days were.
Yeah, we'll see you there.